Good morning. Today we're working on a 1999 XL 1200. Yesterday we did that inlet for the carburetor and a new fuel line. Today I have to do the petcock. It is leaking. We will test it, remove the tank, remove the seat, and install a new petcock. All right, let me remove this 5/16 ground. This is connected to the tank. I'm probably going to remove the tank. There is a lot of gas in it. I have to do the petcock. I'm going to just put this back here in place. Okay. I'm going to remove this 1/2-inch hardware for the back of the tank. Okay. All right, we got to take our time with this. Alright, there comes our 1/2-inch hardware. What I'm going to try to do is push it through. And there's our hardware. I took this 1/4-inch line and unplugged it from here. What I'm going to do is plug this vacuum pump in. So I got this vacuum pump. What it does is pull vacuum. I put my finger on the end of it. And there it goes, it holds vacuum. Now we need this. All right, we got that on there. I hope you can see that. It's connected right to that diaphragm. As you see, it does not hold vacuum. That's an indication that diaphragm is bad. It should stay solid. Right now, that's just leaking down because there's a hole in that diaphragm. All right, let's see if this will work. You can see this thing was no good. That's where the leak was. All right, we gotta remove this tank now. I removed the hardware in the back. I removed the ground. I removed the petcock gas lines and vacuum. All right, we got a 1/4-inch Alen Head for the other side. And then we'll be able to take the tank off. Pop this hardware through. I'm gonna put this on the floor in the front of the motorcycle. On this side over here, there'll be a vent hose for the tank. Hardware's gone, everything's disconnected. I'm gonna disconnect that vent hose. You'll notice it's like a little elbow right here. Usually they're in bad shape, so twist it a little bit before you pull it all the way off. This tank should come right off, and I'm gonna put it right into this oil bucket because it is a full tank. Look at that. I got a 1-inch open end. Let's take our time. There should be a filter in here. It's a little deteriorated. I bought this one on eBay, 60 bucks. Not bad. Vacuum, 2 filters. All right, let's see what we got. Let me open it up. Sure comes complete. Looks nice. O-ring, everything's in place. Take our time. Oh boy. What I did was I removed that petcock. And this was the screen in that one. I don't seem to fit. I pulled the petcock out of my box from Harley. That's China for you. Just enough to drive you crazy. So what I did was put this one on here. And the two that came from that company, they're garbage. So just to note, that the screens on the China one, no good. I put this in, I put the O-ring in place. Let's install it. I clean the threads. I went through this once. Everything's beautiful. This one was from Harley Davidson. That's the package for the screen. I've seen this problem before. Okay, what you want to do is thread this up a little bit so it gives you room to thread that. All right, let's get it where we want it. All right, the one we removed was 1 inch. This one is 1 1/16. Everything's just a little different. Let's take a nice notice. All right. If you have any questions with this, just ask. You have to manipulate the thread. And now I want to tighten it up. Looks beautiful. Just had to change that gas filter, the screen inside here. Now, put the vacuum gauge. I'm going to test it. You see the vacuum gauge stays pretty steady. That's what you want to see. That's holding beautiful. This was the old one. This came out. This leaked. It was a mess. What I want to do now is mount this tank on the bike and then put gas in it. Okay, that's not going nowhere. All right, now I need to get this vacuum hose. That will be the easy one. Okay. There is that. Get it all the way on. Now I'm going to lift the tank a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now let's get that clamp. Wasn't too bad. Now that you got this on the tank, a little bit easier. Take notice. And if it leaks a little bit, just turn it a little bit. All right, that looks tight. All right, we just put a little gas in here, make sure nothing's leaking. I put about a gallon. Still gotta put the hardware here and here. All right, now I redid the battery and I gave it a charging port. The battery was dead yesterday. It wasn't good. Everything else is nicely tightened up. And let's try to give it a start. I'm going to put the choke on. I still got to put the seat on. I just want to make sure everything, I just redid the battery. Ignition's on. It's in neutral. All right, we tightened everything down. As you see, I still got this hose running here because I want to make sure that everything's seated properly. I just started it. I put a battery charging tender port on the battery. And let's give it another shot. The seat's on it. Everything looks swell. All right, let me start her up. Choke is on. Neutral. Running quite well. I'm very happy with it. Now I'm going to keep that hose. That's an overflow hose. It's important that you let it sit. Start it up. Make sure no gas is leaking out of there, because that would be an indication of a bad needle jet on your float bowl. Any questions, just ask. And if you could, subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up. Ride safe and have a great day.